Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday afternoon. It has stopped raining, finally, and here are today's notices. Primarily, what I'd like to talk to you today is about co-curriculum, because as promised, it is now from tomorrow going to be possible for some of you to change some of your activities. Now, I'll be very clear on this. If you're in year 7 or 8, your games activities are still compulsory unless you are injured or unless there is a separate individual arrangement in place for you. However, year 7 and 8, you're still doing games. The majority of year 9, I would also like to see you doing the majority of those game sessions. However, from the end of this week, year 9 can change games. That's not from tomorrow. Year 9 games goes to the end of this week, and then we can have some changes from next week. However, your other activities and other days when there's not games, or year 10 for some of your days when you're not doing so much games, this is what you're going to need to do if you'd like to change an activity. First of all, and you can't do this today, so don't even bother asking, from tomorrow you're going to go to your form tutor and you're going to say, "Dear form tutor, I would really like an activity change slip." And your form tutor may say, "Okay, you can have a slip." Or they might say, "Why do you want to change activities? You've already changed 6 activities in the last week. No, you can't have one." That's at your form tutor's discretion. So if you're changing all the time, they might just say no, stick with what you've got for the time being. But if they think you need a change slip so that you can change an activity legitimately, they're going to say, "Okay, have a change slip." And they're going to give you a piece of paper, which will look quite a lot like this one here. Can we see that okay? I think we can just about see that. And this is a very important piece of paper because this will allow you to change your activity. So if I come and put it on the desk here, we can see it a little bit better. There it is. I'm going to do it this way so I can see too. So do that. Can I reverse that? No, we can't. Have to do it on selfie. Okay. So on this activity change slip are a few key bits of important information. First of all, your name and the date. Those need to be filled in. Then, the day and time of the activity you want to change. So if you want to change your activity on Monday at 2:15, you write Monday 2:15. Then you write the name of the activity you would like to leave and the name of the activity you would like to join. Simples, right? Except that's not it. Because then you need to go to the person whose activity you are leaving. So if you're leaving prep, that's your form tutor. Otherwise, you go to the person who runs that activity and you get their signature for them to say you have their permission to leave. That must happen first. So you fill this out and you say if you'd like to leave chess club, you write chess club in the gap here. And then you need to find Mr. Harris and you need to get his signature to say that you have permission to leave chess club. If you've done that and you've got his signature, you can then go to the person who runs the activity you'd like to join. For example, if you're leaving chess club but you would like to join badminton on a Thursday afternoon, you write badminton in there. You find Miss North, who leads badminton on a Thursday afternoon. You say, "Miss North, do you have any space in badminton?" And if she says yes and she's willing to have you, she'll put her signature in this box here. Then you take that back to your form tutor, who will amend my central spreadsheet, and your activity change is complete. So, your step, you go to your form tutor and you say, "Could I have a change slip?" You complete the change slip, you get the signature from the person whose activity you want to leave first, then you go to the person who runs the activity you want to join second. If your activity is prep, that's your form tutor. You get those signatures. If you've got both signatures, you return the slip to your form tutor. They will update my spreadsheet. Sorry for telling you this on the notices, form tutors. I think this should be okay and it shouldn't be too arduous. And don't forget, if you're the same students ask you all the time, just say no. There shouldn't be loads and loads of changes. This should be an occasional thing. For example, when there's a new activity, which we'll talk about tomorrow. So you take the slip back to your form tutor, they change the spreadsheet, and only at that point has your activity changed. So you've got the slip, you've filled it in, you've got the signature you're leaving, the signature you're going to, you've taken the slip back to your form tutor who has changed the spreadsheet, and when they have done that, you have changed your activity, not before. I think that should make everybody's life easier and should stop me having a queue of 50 people behind me wandering around the school going, "Sir, I want to change my activity," which I'm sorry, I just can't possibly remember what everybody's doing. So I'm trying to make this a bit more sustainable and a bit easier for everybody. The slips won't be with your form tutors until tomorrow, so do not ask then. I hope that makes sense. I think this should make life a lot easier for everybody. Take it easy. Have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow. Bye.